Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. I did leave it a little bit later than usual because there wasn't loads. We actually cleared our folders, which meant we're kind of like starting afresh, which is lovely. But if there's not any kind of massive news, then obviously it does kind of leave us a little bit twiddling our thumbs. But there has been a few bits that have dropped in the past few hours, and there's a few little bits as well. So definitely enough for a video, and we're going to start with the Wyatt Sicks. Wyatt Guy says Eric Rowan dragged the chair in the Wyatt Sicks in-ring debut, as he did in the NXT debut back in 2012. And you know what? It's been so long since we saw the Wyatt family. I genuinely cannot remember how often he used to drag the chair. I cannot remember whether he used to bring it down and if that was something he did on a regular basis or if this was something he did just once in a while. But we did comment about how Rowan had dragged the chair behind him during the Wyatt Sicks debut because the chair was actually in the entranceway, and obviously when Howdy sat down it was a lot closer to the ring, and then we saw footage after Raw ended that showed him dragging it back again. So him dragging the chair was something that just stood out from Monday. And so how interesting that Rowan also dragged the chair back in the NXT debut back in 2012. So Wyatt Guy, excellent. I really found that interesting, and it started getting me questioning as to whether Rowan had been dragging the chair all this time. Fan art. We don't normally look at fan art, but I really like this. I think if you're someone that does fan art, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. That piece of advice is have a think about fan art that does something a little different other than just being a picture. I actually get tagged in a lot of stuff, a lot of fan art. But the pieces that always stand out to me are the ones that are a little bit different. Like one of my favorites was when someone did that comic book, which I thought was excellent because it's fan art, but it looks like a comic book. So it's got a little interesting twist to it, you know. There's been someone that's done like playing cards as well. This is a bit of a story. It's fan art, but again, you can see here we got Dexter, here we got Abby. They've got the crayons out there drawing pictures, right? And it's in a really cute art style as well. And then down here, look, there's Howdy saying very good as they show off their pictures that they've drawn of Uncle Howdy. So it's not the longest story, it's just showing them drawing the pictures and then Uncle Howdy rating them. But I thought this was so good. I like the art style here. I thought it was cute. I really like the fact there's like we're seeing them drawing and then showing off their work and Howdy's reaction. Like there's just a bit more to it than just here's a picture of the Fiend, here's a picture of whatever. So I really like that. I thought that was so good. So, Brady, thank you. And this as well. So, Misfit WWE Bliss Wyatt Sicks jacket. So, I believe, I don't know though, that I'm under the impression this is the lady that makes jackets for Alexa. I could be wrong on that, right? This certainly doesn't feel like this is a jacket that is for Alexa. I just think that this is a jacket that's been made. You can see the Wyatt Sicks logo on the back is amazing. Love that patch as well, because on the front, like the scene, because it looks like it's in the Funhouse. Can't quite see it, but it looks like it's in the Funhouse, and it looks like it's Abby the Witch. And you can see it like sparkling in the dark as well. Like, so cool. She's done a great job with that. As I said, I think that's the woman. Brady will know. I think that's the woman that does Alexa Bliss's jackets. I mean, if not, she should probably start doing jackets because that's amazing. So, it looks brilliant, doesn't it? So, there we go. That was the Wyatt Sicks folder. Not loads in there. Let's go down here. So we've got TJF 1983 says no egos, no leaders. That is a comment from Finn Balor referring to this new Judgment Day. So no egos, no leaders. I'm guessing he's talking about the new Judgment Day, but that was meant to be the old Judgment Day as well. Apparently they weren't meant to be leaders then, and I think the fact that Finn was kind of finding himself being sort of pushed to the side. They were taking orders from Rhea, they were taking orders from Damian. I think that's definitely led to that group's downfall. PW Insider reporting that WWE have been thrilled with Jacob Fatu's performance on the program. No surprise there. We've all been thrilled. He's been absolutely amazing. No news on his injury, so we're still waiting on that. We know he was in a walking boot, but early signs were that apparently it was meant to be okay. But don't know what that means. If he's out, I'm not expecting him to be out for long. Let's put it that way. But hopefully we find out more on Friday. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Rhea Ripley says, I was always warning her and giving her chances, but F me, right? Because I think fans have been getting in touch with Rhea going, hang on, you injured her. She missed like a year of her career. She's come back. Of course she's going to go after you. Of course she's angry. Some people are maybe struggling a little bit with Liv being perceived as the heel. So Rhea here is saying, I was always warning her and I was always giving her chances to leave me alone, but F me, right? Liv's responded, yes, F you. So we've actually got bad language being chucked around now. Here's Finn Balor again, look, patience. So Balor with that picture from SummerSlam. This is where Damian was trying to use the briefcase, put it in. I think Finn ended up getting curb stomped onto Damian's briefcase, so he blames Damian for costing him. They obviously tried to continue forward, and I think they could have found a way forwards. But as we said, the fact that Damian was kind of starting to run the Judgment Day, and there was lots of comments about how he had changed since he'd become world champion. So Finn Balor saying that he was just patient. He could have snapped here, but he waited, and obviously it happened this year. Right, so here we've got Logan with his court order thing. We spoke about that in yesterday's Unseen. And here, LA Knight just responded, yeah, anyway. And here's his shirt saying, and new. So LA Knight not bothered by this court order thing. Here we've got a new shirt, and I love this because I wonder if the other members are going to get something a little bit similar. We could go down the road of Bullet Club where each design was very similar, but each person had their own individual spin on it, right? I really love this. The Irish Ace. And it's got Judgment Day at the top and everything. I just think that's a great looking shirt. It's a really, really great looking shirt. I'd have no problems wearing that out in public. If I was going out for the night, going to a pub, going to a bar. It's just a great looking shirt. So yeah, I really like that. So WWE Ethan, shout out to you. Wrestle Knight said, I didn't see this. I must admit, I didn't see this moment. Roman pointing. I don't know why he's pointing. I don't know what message is being sent there. I saw Roman coming down and like staring and nodding and even like a little smile, but I never saw Roman pointing. I mean, is he pointing to say, I'm coming for you next? Is he pointing to say, you're the man now? Is he, I don't know what he's pointing for. I don't feel like he's going after Cody, but he might just be saying, I still want that title back. Yeah, I'm still coming for that. Don't get this twisted. I got family issues that I need to deal with now, but I'm still coming for that. I can't quite make out if he's saying that, if he's saying, you're the man. I don't know. But yeah, I did not notice him pointing either. Right, this is the big news that we were kind of not waiting for, but yeah, Seth Rollins. So apparently Dave Meltzer has spoken to people in WWE, and he's been told that Seth is injured. He is cleared, though, to wrestle, but he's pretty banged up. And I think we know that he's pretty banged up. He has not wrestled many times this year. He's been out for a long time. I mean, him being at WrestleMania was touch and go. And then we all saw how banged up he was at WrestleMania, slowly limping his way towards that main event match because he couldn't move very well. having to be helped after Cody had finished his story, being helped to the back, and then missing months after WrestleMania. So we know he's banged up. But apparently the brutality of that beatdown by Big Bronson Reed was due to writing Seth off for a little bit so that he can just recover. But apparently it's not serious. It's not like he's out for the rest of the year or anything like that. We could absolutely see him and Bronson at Bash in Berlin, or maybe they just wait like for Bad Blood instead. But either way, he's not expected to be on TV for the next week or so, couple of weeks. Same with Dakota Kai. Now, there's no word about Dakota. She was just randomly attacked backstage, so we don't know what the situation there. We don't know how serious that is, but obviously it's not great news that Dakota apparently needs to be written off for a little bit. So yeah, Seth and Dakota both suffering with injuries of some degree at this time, hence why they were both written off on Monday. And also talking about Seth, it's 14 years ago today that WWE signed Seth freaking Rollins. So 14 years ago today. Right, let's have a little look in the fun folder, shall we? I think we've got a couple of bits in here. Oh, yeah, some really good stuff. So here we got the Terror Triplets. And so here's Austin Cooper said, gotta love truth. So Black Mass Design that does a great job. We've just got a Terror Triplets thing here. So R-Truth muscling his way into this group now. Obviously, they're known as the Terror Twins, but Terror Triplets with R-Truth being involved. Look at this. Jimmy said, look who shows up. So, is this the week? Will all the practice pay off? Will we create our SummerSlam moment? Will we finally RKO the Viper? Find out now on Out of Nowhere Wednesday, right? R.I.P. Randy. So, here we go. Are they going to do it?
I know you already know.
I know what grinds your gears. I know what grinds your gears. There he is. Yep. Time. You've trained for this? I don't want to alert you, but you might be wanted for murder. I don't know.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
This is SummerSlam weekend. We're about to create our SummerSlam.
Are you ready? You're going to do it. I believe in you, that street quiet.
Yes. I'm going to get him right now. Get him. Here it is. We built up to this moment. What the hell? Why did...
What happened? Why did you yell?
I got excited.
You got excited.
Excited. Stupid.
That's right. Oh no.
How amazing was that? Do you know what? These were slow to grow on me at first. I mean, I saw them and I was like, oh, that's pretty fun. Seems a little somewhat like for the kids. But like, these are starting to become like catchphrases now, and now they're getting like guest appearances, and they've been doing it at the swimming pool, and they've been training, and like they've just been doing so many different and interesting ones now that they've really grown. Like, I look forward to them now. I hope he doesn't finish this thing anytime soon. I don't know how you're going to keep stretching it out every Wednesday, but I could understand that being a really fun thing to think about. Like, right, what do we do next? And getting Undertaker to make an appearance. Psh. Yeah, loving Out of Nowhere Wednesdays. That was a really, really good one. Man, I got sent this so many times. Here, this is Dominik himself that sent this out. So here he is, look, playing the PSP, and that's what he's looking at on screen. That is an excellent meme. Do you know someone that didn't enjoy it, though? That was his dad, Rey Mysterio. He says, La Pinchi Chancellor Y.E. Cinto Van Estra Espinado Vamos Cabron. Right, which a lot of you might not speak Cantonese, but I'll translate it for you, right? It actually translate. Let me read it. I'm translating it. The effing flip-flop and the belt will be waiting for you. You'll see. Be tard, right? I've had to do some self-editing there. But there we go. So he did not take this as a joke. He was absolutely livid. Right, Raiders Boogie nailed the first pitch, Randy. Here's Randy Orton. First pitch.
Here we go. Right in there, thank you, Randy.
This is part of the childhood growing up in Montana. So I appreciate you. No doubt. Thank you. Have a good game.
How was that?
That was one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. But it didn't hit the dirt, so we did good.
There we go. He did well. So threw out the first pitch, and I think he just wanted to not embarrass himself. And when does Randy embarrass himself? So excellent work. Yeah, this is... I didn't know this. Did you know this? I didn't notice. So I didn't even realise she runs right past Finn. So there's Rhea, when she comes out, goes chasing after. She's so set on Liv and Dom, she doesn't notice that that's Finn Balor, right? And look at this by Rhea. Thought Shorty was a fan. Ah, mate, that's such a good line. Look at this clip right here. Look, she comes out, look, and the boom. Look, Finn does what I think spiders do. And that is, if there's a predator around, you just sort of stay still and hope they don't notice you moving, which is actually not a bad strategy. If he had been moving, she probably would have glanced in his direction and seen him. But instead, look, he's here, and he's like a spider. She comes out, look, she goes running down, and she just goes straight past Finn Balor. Thought Shorty was a fan. Ah, so good. Samantha, thank you. Yeah, WWE Ethan. I had a few people tagging me in this. Liv has now got a Daddy Dom choker, which seemed to excite quite a few people. So there we go. Daddy Dom choker for Liv. And then look at this. So Leah, shout out to you. Here is Liv playing on some sort of computer game, and that is what she is doing right there. I mean, I don't know what's happening here. Rhea might be in a real dodgy situation here, but you know, whatever. I don't know what game this is, but I wish Rhea all the best. Right here we've got Charlie's Angels inspired damage control poster. This is amazing, isn't it? Look at this. Look, like Charlie's Angels. Do you know what's disappointing is that I was a bit too young for the TV show, but I, of course, remember the film. Right, the film was like this big box hit smash. I want to say in the 90s, late 90s. But like, there'll be probably a load of people now that don't even remember that. So this might be lost on people, I'm not sure. Although, did they remake it again? I'm not sure. My brain is telling me they might have redone it again since, but I never saw that. I saw the OG one with, was it Cameron Diaz? I mean, I say saw. I was aware of it. But that is a great poster, so there we go. Right, let's go to other. There won't be much in here, and we can wrap this bait. Oh, no. Right, Bryan Danielson said he's got no interest in going into the WWE Hall of Fame, getting the ring or the accolades. He just wants to be free. I mean, he could go in the Hall of Fame and be free as well, couldn't he? If you go in the Hall of Fame, it doesn't take away your freedom. So, I don't know. That's a weird one. Bryan Danielson feels like he's really distanced himself from WWE, which I think is such a shame because it gave him some of the greatest moments of his career, and it is also where he met his wife. So I do think it's a real shame. But listen, his prerogative. So that from Gorilla Position, Jay Dono, shout out to you. Yeah, Raiders Boogie. This is really nice. So this person says that they got to the front of the queue, but basically I walked up to the front and a friend asked if I had paid and if Dominik could get a quick photo. The lady said, Dom is all wrapped up now, I'm sorry. Well, Dom overheard and he was like, no, I'm not. I'm happy to take a photo. The lady said, well, he'll have to pay for it. Otherwise, it wouldn't register. Dom quickly replied, it's okay. He can go and settle with the cashier and I'll just hang out with the boys here. And then he proceeded to have a 10-minute chat with the kids. So that's cool, isn't it? So, like, The guy hadn't paid. He wanted to know if he could pay there. The woman was like, no, and also Dominik's done. And Dom just was like, no, we can do this. We can make this work. So there we go. Dom, in real life, is a lovely guy. Do you know, if you think about his evolution, I mean, he has come on, he looks like a superstar now. Like, I know that the moustache and everything might be a bit questionable, but it's obviously very Eddie Guerrero inspired. And yeah, it's so good to know that he's not like getting a big head and carried away and everything. He's had a good upbringing though, you know, and yeah, it's a good story that. I really liked reading that. Bryan Danielson commenting on Vince. He said, it's been first and foremost, I want to say that the people who have been hurt are in a way a worse position than I am. My empathy goes to them. There is not a lot I want to say about it, honestly. It's not just the Vince piece. It's also my father-in-law, which is true. John Laurinaitis is Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson's father-in-law. And he says, maybe ex-father-in-law, as far as that kind of stuff goes, which is interesting. I haven't heard anything about that, but not surprising. You think of somebody in some way, then something happens and it changes. That is always hard. And as hard as it might be for me, emotionally, it's way worse for people who have been victimized by people in power. So I don't know if this is obviously a big barrier for him going back. But yeah, you can imagine the hurt in that family with what they've gone through. So interesting. This is going to please a load of people. Dave Meltzer has commented that he has come to realize he overrates WWE. Listen, I don't care. I don't care. This does not upset me. I just thought this was hilarious because a lot of people feel that Dave is really kind to AEW and like really looks down on WWE. So for Dave to come out now and go, do you know what? I watched this match and do you know what I realized? He says, I realized I overrate WWE something fierce. So this match is El Fantasma against Takeshita in the G1 Climax, and I have heard that it was amazing. I have heard that this match really was something special. A load of people are raving about it. I genuinely don't know where you can find it. I mean, I know it'll be on New Japan Worlds, but I don't know that it's on like YouTube or anywhere, which is a real shame because I would sit down and watch this, but I don't have much interest in subscribing to New Japan Worlds and all of that. So, yeah, I've just heard it was amazing. But for Dave Meltzer to watch this and the takeaway be, do you know what? I overrate WWE. I can see that not playing very well on social media. Just a quick one here. TKO have published their Q2 earnings. So TKO are UFC and WWE combined. The company has raised its profitability and revenue. Its revenue went from 2.6 billion to 2.74 billion. And EBITDA going from 1.22 to 1.24. So everything really good for them at the moment. Everything looking really good. And just as I was about to get going with this, Coach Co tagged me in this 19 minutes ago. PW Chronicle reporting that apparently there are a lot of AEW talents that WWE are interested in. The names mentioned are Lucha Bros, who apparently have come out and said they have had talks with WWE. Daniel Garcia, who haven't heard anything about him having talks, and Ricky Starks, who just really seems like he's ready to get out of AEW and is really good friends with Cody Rhodes. Cody will put a word in for him. Would not shock me to see all of these coming into WWE at some point. And there we go. That was Unseen. Not loads of stuff because, as we said, we cleaned out the folders yesterday, but more than enough for an episode today. Obviously, we'll be back with another episode probably tomorrow at this point. And, of course, we'll be back for that massive SmackDown stream. Roman Reigns returns. We'll probably even be starting earlier as a result. Really looking forward to that. So thanks a lot for watching. Hope you're having a great day, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.